Hey, yo, Internets, you are listening to the Combat Jack Show podcast, the Combat Jack Show. I'm your host, Reggie Osei, a.k.a. Combat Jack. What's up, A-King?
Yo, I'm A-King, A-K-I-N-G. I don't never say that, but since you started
you used to flow like that? You used to rhyme a little bit?
I have no bars.
I'm the R to the E, the double G-I-E. You know what I'm saying?
I used to have
When I rock the mic, I rock viciously. Yo, Internets, what's up, yo? Yo, what's up, white people? What's up, black people? What's up, Latinos and Asians and everybody else around the world? What's going on? It's hot right now, King.
It's hot.
It's hot right now. It's hot
and the winter's coming.
We got to thank this man sitting in the White House, man, for lifting up the curtains, man, on the hypocrisy of this country, man. They trying to come for our girl Jemele Hill. They
Facts.
still trying to come after her. Now listen, Internet's like
not her, man. Not her.
Let me give you this, man. Like this episode. Take Stacey Dash, man. What up, Daniel? But this episode was recorded a week and a half in advance, so if this doesn't sound evergreen, I'm just addressing it. Like, you know, in the last episode with Wyclef, and that was a great episode, by the way, King.
Yep.
We opened up talking about the bullshit that ESPN, you know, they issued an apology because Jemele really just called out, like, this motherfucker's a racist. This motherfucker, you know, cavorts with racists. This motherfuckers won't condemn racists. You know, as of today, he doubled down and was like, yo, the other side is just as bad as motherfuckers died fighting the Nazis. Like, I was listening to Howard Stern this morning. He was like, yo, when did it have to become an issue where we had to state in clear words that we're against Nazis? Like, what the fuck is going on? You know, ESPN, man, y'all, you know, I think, you know, you and a lot of these corporations, NFL and the whole nine, y'all got it twisted, man. Like, this is a new age, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Black people haven't been holding their tongue, but we've been speaking for over 400 years, and y'all ain't been listening. And now with the information age, you know what I'm saying, Black Twitter, the whole nine, like, and we all clicked up, man. We are all clicked up, man. I'm so fortunate to be in this media industry so that, you know, like cats like Michael Smith and Jemele Hill has blessed the show, and we're colleagues in this podcast world.
Absolutely.
And, you know, this is a time where, man, you know, we can speak freely, and y'all just don't like it because y'all not accustomed to it. What that woman did was speak the truth. Y'all tried to replace her with two other blacks. Y'all think like
crazy.
Y'all think in 2017, like there definitely is the house nigga. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely the sellout niggas. There's the Judas niggas that can't wait. That's laying in the cut, waiting to get a check to replace Jemele Hill. But not today, y'all. Like, not today. ESPN, y'all gonna lose, man. Y'all are gonna lose. Not today,
well,
man.
It sets a bad precedence because now, I saw an article, it says the future of ESPN and diversity lies on whatever happens.
Oh, Jemele.
And Michael, like, to put that on Michael Smith.
Like, they're best friends.
No. He's like,
they're
no.
best friends.
I'm
like,
not doing this
y'all
show
really think y'all could break up best friends over this bullshit racist shit? Y'all motherfuckers, like, why? Listen, this is the shit that drives me crazy, man. These motherfuckers are so smart, right? They've been studying us for over 400 years, right? They've been dissecting us. They've been lynching us. They had us working for us, you know what I'm saying, in the fields. They got us in jail. They, you know what I'm saying, the Tuskegee. They've been studying us for over 400 years. Y'all motherfuckers still don't understand these niggas. We God, yo. Niggas, we a God body, especially when we focus and we start glowing and we click up. And I think that's what you motherfuckers are afraid of. But it's too late in the day, man. We're not going for that. Yo, anybody
shout out to this coon, Jason Whitlock, too,
What Jason do, man,
he
this
did
time?
Right after the whole Jemele
He's
shit,
like, I'll take it.
He's just like condemning her.
Really?
You know, on Fox Sports.
Good, because these coon sellout niggas need to continue to show their colors. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, and I said this years ago when y'all niggas was trying to shush me about white privilege, man. At the end of the day, man, y'all really want to stand on the wrong side of history? Like, niggas is taking notes. Niggas, I'm not here to lecture y'all, man. We got a legend in the building, the whole nine. Kim, what else are we doing, man?
Yo, man, A3C Festival is coming up, man.
A3C, like, what was it? Like, right around the corner, right?
Right around the corner.
Next week, right? I mean, technically, what is it?
Yeah, exactly.
A week and a half
away?
away?
A week and a half away.
Yo.
You know, hit up the a3cfestival.com.
Yes.
Get the tickets.
Yes.
Make sure you come fuck with us.
Yes.
You know, everything that we doing and all that. You
know,
know,
we got a rap show, right? We got a rap
show.
Is it confirmed? Can we start saying names?
Yo, you know what's funny?
We can't say Fly God.
See, I got the paperwork right in front of me.
Is it the Fly God in the Machine?
We can say that. Right,
Fly God in the Machine?
The Fly God in the Machine,
man. If only we could get D-O-O-M, man, Doom. But that nigga don't leave.
He don't leave.
He don't leave the UK and the whole nine. Listen, internets, man. If y'all in Atlanta.
Yeah.
During A3C, man. When y'all see us, man, dap us. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us love. You know what I'm saying? We always show love back.
Yep.
Let's have a good time. And on that last night, that Saturday night, man, yo, Follies. We all cooking up at Follies, man. Right? Follies is the place to be. No more.
Don't tell them where we going, man. I was trying
Yeah, that's true, man. We got some haters out there, too,
Follies.
man. We got some haters out there. What else we talking about before we jump into the show, man?
I think we should just jump in.
Yo, let's jump into this, man. You know, like, I'm an old school New Yorker, man. I came up, you know, in the golden era, you know what I'm saying, from Grandmaster Caz and the Cold Crush Brothers to, you know, Grandmaster Flash and Run DMC and LL Cool J. And I came from a time, man, when New York was really, you know, such a small place on this planet. And we had the audacity to think that even though we were the mecca of hip-hop, that we were the best motherfuckers out. So when motherfuckers was making music from Jersey, he was like, what the fuck is that? When niggas was making music from Philly, I'm like, them niggas is weird. They got funny haircuts and shit, you know what I'm saying? And the further, you know what I'm saying, the further south and west that you left New York, you know what I'm saying, we were so close-minded, you know what I mean?
Right.
So close-minded, and I'm one of the first cats to admit that. You know, but I was young. You know how passionate you are when you're young. So I remember, like, when I was practicing law, I hired this young attorney by the name of James McMillan. And James had, you know, gone to law school in Texas, and James was working in my office, and he was like, yo, man, we got to tap into these Southern niggas. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Them Southern niggas can't rap. He's like, are you serious? It's like, man, we're not fucking with Southern niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then slowly, man, this niggas just started exploding. And the more them niggas exploded and just humbled me, you know what I'm saying? And my ears started changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you heard fucking tracks like "Got to Stay Blah," you know what I'm saying? That shit became my ringtone. You know what I mean? Yeah. So all the cats that I you know, in my youth and my ignorance, man, that I disrespected, you know, I really apologize. But you know, like, I'm so excited that we have this man here right now in the building, King of Memphis, one of the pioneers of this crunk shit, one of the pioneers that spearheaded this whole Southern thing, man. And like, you know, it's amazing, just even as time goes by, just the amount of hits that just keep coming out of this shit. No Grammys. Fuck a Grammy, my nigga. These niggas never won Grammys. They won Oscars, my nigga. Oscars. Yo, let's without further ado, let's welcome to the Combat Jack Show, DJ Paul. What's up, sir?
What up?
Yo, man. Yeah? Yo, you coming in here looking like a wizard, my G.
I am Wizard of Oz.
Yo, founder of the 3-6 Mafia, man. You ever think you'd be here, man, in 2017, man?
Man, you know, I didn't actually, man. For the longest, I thought I was going to die in my mid-20s.
Why?
I was bad as fuck.
Really? Like what, man?
Gangbanging.
Really?
And shit, so it was terrible.
But nigga, how was you gangbanging and still trying to get a job at McDonald's?
Shit, nigga had to find a way to buy guns.
Gangbanging ain't pay the bills, right?
No, hell no.
Burgers and copping.
We kept saying we was going to get together, start having meetings and put money in the bucket, but then nobody do it.
Right. So, you know, it's funny, we was talking before the mic was hot, man, and you was saying, like, how, like, you had a friend of yours that owned several McDonald's.
Yeah, one of my best friends' mom did. Gave everybody in the hood a job.
Except you.
Except
why was you too bad, my nigga?
I don't know why she didn't give me a job, man. You know, I don't know. But she never gave. You know what? God is the reason why she didn't give me a job.
Really?
God is the reason
If she had given you a job flipping burgers, you think your life would have been different?
Of course.
Why?
I'd probably still be somewhere flipping burgers.
Really? Why? Because you would have been content with that short money?
Well, now what would have happened was
you would have got money to buy the guns, and then that would have
probably killed somebody with the guns. But no, what happened was when I did never have a gun. I mean, gun. Jesus Christ!
You had guns,
too many guns.
Allegedly,
too many guns. Allegedly, back then. But
back then.
What happened was when I never got a job, I just I started working for my brother, kind of. Mm-hmm. So my brother had went to the feds, and I would feed his dogs and stuff like that. Me and my brother, Lord Evans, rest in peace, Lord Evans. And I would feed his dogs and just, you know, kind of take care of things for him while he was locked up. And he would send me money from the feds, or his wife would give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And I took all that money, and I put me some studio equipment in the layaway. You know, not a layaway. I'm sorry, not a layaway. I put it in. I got my other brother to finance it for me, and I would pay $220 a month for the equipment. And I just locked myself in the room. I locked myself in my room, and I just made beats all day, every day.
Now you're really fortunate, man, because you come from a legacy family. What I mean by that is you've had people in your family that were musicians.
Yeah, the
We had
Bogart brothers.
The Bogart brothers, right? And they taught you early on
about publishing.
About publishing.
Yeah.
But did you know you wanted to do music?
Yeah, I know I wanted to do music. Yeah, I know I wanted to do music. Well, my daddy kind of made me do it. Like, my daddy made me take organ lessons when I was young.
Were you mad? Were you tight when you playing the organ?
Was I good?
No, were you tight? Were you pissed off?
Initially. I wasn't really pissed off, but I didn't.
Niggas want to play the drums
yeah.
or the guitar. Niggas don't want to play no organ.
No, I like the organ because I grew up watching horror movies all the time. So I used to try to play the Halloween theme music. That was the first thing I learned how to play. So I liked the organs because the organ was a creepy instrument.
Yeah.
And I was always into the creepy shit. So I was cool with the organ. I just didn't like how long it took. It was fucking 2 hours and it was hot.
The lessons.
It was in an old church.
Right.
It was hot and I was like, damn, my mom would be sitting outside with her windows down under the tree and it was a lot of work. But you know, and I still have that organ in my house right now.
I was listening to your brilliant interview with Adam 22 and No Jumper.
No Jumper.
And I love that interview. And you talked about how motherfuckers were like, even in this day, you're so accomplished and successful. And some mover was like, why do you want to take this organ?
Yeah, the mover asked me, I was like, I want to take that organ. He was like, why? I was like, nigga, I want it. I was playing in like the 5th grade. I want that organ. And I took it and I got it painted black and all cool looking, and it's sitting in my studio at my house right now.
Now, is it true that your father wanted you to be the next Michael Jackson?
Yeah, really? That's what he wanted.
Really? How so?
And I was like, Dad, I can't sing.
Were you dancing?
No, I wasn't really dancing.
Right.
You know,
I can't imagine.
I broke dance.
Right, okay.
Break dancing,
right.
rather. But no, I wasn't no dancer like Michael Jackson. But he wanted me to be Michael Jackson. I was like, I can't sing, you know. But, yeah, and then when I became a rapper, he didn't like rap.
Of course not.
Yeah, he didn't like rap. So when I got my first check out rap music, it was funny enough, $36,000.
Wow!
Oh shit! Pretty big.
Yeah.
$36,000
to the T.
Yeah, to the T. And then my dad probably was some change on there, but I don't remember all that.
I like the change.
And then my dad had looked at the check and he said, white folks probably owed you more than that. I said, I don't care how much money they owe me. Take me to Mount Morale and buy Suburban right now.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
And I went and bought me a Suburban. Put TVs and VCRs in it.
Yo, but tell me the first time you heard hip hop, man. You're out in Memphis, and from my understanding, Memphis wasn't at the time, like we're talking about the early 80s and mid 80s. Memphis wasn't a rap town, man. Like, what was your first influence with hip hop?
Man, you know, I was listening to all hip hop back in the day, but like the ones that really, the first one that I can remember that really hit me. Obviously, I heard it, you know, all the Grandmaster Flash and all that. But the first one that I really remember that hit me was Public Enemy. Public Enemy. Yes.
The Rebel.
That
Without a pause, yo.
That song right there changed my life.
That's got to be one of my top 5 rap records of all time, man. Just the instrumentation. So you heard Public Enemy, and you're hearing the sonics, and you're also hearing all of this like consciousness.
Yeah, but that ain't what made me want to be a rapper.
Right,
what made me want to be a rapper was a guy from Atlanta, Georgia, named MC Shadi.
Shadi, yeah.
MC Shadi sounded like he was 12 years old because his voice was so, I'm MC Shadi and I gotta be dog. Little kid voice.
Right.
He probably was like 28 or something at the time, but and I was 12, and I was like, damn, if this little nigga can do it, I can do it. And that's what made me want to be a rapper, MC Shadi.
Now, when you started rapping, man, were you trying to emulate a sound like the cats that you heard, or were you just focused on creating your own style? Because most of us, when we start copying the people that influence, and then we start.
Yeah, I did. When I first started, I was trying to be like, you know, like a New York rapper, because that's what I was listening to. Yeah, I wasn't like that part.
Right.
Because I was more of a producer than a rapper, so I was just trying to make the beats. And I came across a cool radio that had the double cassette decks. But the cool part about this one is you could press play on this one, and you can record into the other one. It was the only one I found that would let me do that. So we put our mouth up to the speaker, and we would record like that. So I was recording over, you know, instrumentals from New York rappers and this and that, and that's what I first did. But when I made my actual music, my first tape, obviously, Serial Killers, we went to a whole different thing with it. You know, we were doing horrorcore rap.
Before it was horrorcore, right?
It wasn't called horrorcore.
Right, it was way before, because when that horrorcore shit came out, that shit was trash. Like, shout out to the Gravediggers that really did it. No, why you laughing?
Yo, I didn't
the Gravediggers' first album.
I didn't know what that was, man. No shots.
No, listen.
I was a kid. I'm like, what's all
the
this?
Gravediggers' first album, when you taking RZA at his prime and Prince Paul at his prime, and they co-producing that shit, it was way ahead of everything. And then the horrorcore wave kicked in, and that kind of like cheapened everything. But talk about your fascination with horror movies, man.
Man, you know, I was just always into serial killers and stuff like that.
What's your favorite horror movie of all time, man?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The original?
The original.
All right.
But the remake was good.
Remake
out of
was
all
amazing.
Out of all remakes of movies, that was one
that
of
shit
the
was
only good
crazy,
remakes
right?
of movies.
Yeah.
It was dope as fuck.
So you was into serial killers?
Yeah, I was into serial killers. So this guy that I was producing brought serial killers. Back in the day when Time Life magazine used to run those old commercials, like by the World War II collection of books, they did one on all the serial killers. And my boy, some kind of way, he came over with one of the books out of the 6 that they sold or whatever. He probably stole it. But he brought it to my mama's house where the studio was at, and he left it on my bed, and I gave it to me. And I just started studying that book.
What is it about serial killers, man?
What I like about serial killers is serial killers have a technique to it. So like y'all hit a guy up here in in New York, sorry. Y'all hit a guy up here not too long ago that only killed people that was a certain sign.
On the Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Yeah, Zodiac killer. Yeah,
I thought that was out west, but
no, there was one out here.
Y'all had one not too long ago. But then y'all
I'm not even gonna argue with you because you're the expert.
Yeah, but y'all just had a guy like some years ago.
Okay.
He was trying to do something
like that. He was checking people's ID or something. Like he would walk up like he was robbing them, and if they was born in like a certain month or something, he would kill them. You know, and so you're like anybody can walk around and just kill people. But if you only gonna kill like a certain type of person, this and that, it's like a technique, and it's like it's as bad as it is. It's a terrible thing. Don't get me wrong.
But it is fascinating.
But yeah,
that shit is fascinating.
It got something to it because you're like, damn, this nigga actually doing his research. Like he got a technique. He doing his schoolwork on that shit.
So you got favorite serial killers? You got your top 5?
Yeah, I got some favorites. My favorite is Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Okay. Ted Bundy was the only serial killer that taught the police how to catch serial killers.
Afterwards, right?
Yeah, afterwards.
Okay. And then that's what inspired Silence of the Lambs, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, because he knew the MO and all that, everything that they was trying to do, and like so he would ask them. He'd be like, oh, so this woman was a brunette. This one was a brunette. She was a 33D. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And then he would tell him, he'd be like, well, his next victim is going to probably be just that, this, and then you probably want to watch places that people like this hang out at, and that's how he would help them catch people.
That's crazy, man.
And he was smart as a motherfucker,
Now,
man.
personal question.
They had to hit him a few times with the electric chair to kill him.
Really?
He didn't die the first time.
Really?
Yeah. And they said they wasn't really supposed to hit him them other times, but they did it.
Did you want to be a serial killer, my dude?
Hell no. No.
I mean, you would tell us anyway, but
I wouldn't tell you. I never would be
it
just was fascinating.
So serial killers, the organ, horror movies, and then I always hear you talk about Memphis as a dark place.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that because isn't it that don't y'all have a lot of sunlight and shit, and is it like bright and shit like?
It rains a lot though.
Okay.
It rains a lot.
Right.
There.
It's by the Gulf, right?
No.
Okay.
It's in the middle.
In the middle. So it's dark, right?
Hey, you don't remember when we took the road trip to New Orleans?
Yeah.
And we ran down through Tennessee, and that's when Snacks.
Yeah.
He got out, and you had to check him because he was doing some wild shit in front of that breakfast spot, the family breakfast.
In Memphis, what was he doing?
I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, so it's a dark place.
But when I said dark, I don't really mean like dark and like the look of it. Even though you have a lot of gloomy days because it rained there a lot. I just mean dark and just like in 2010 we was the home of unemployment and the capital of unemployment and the capital of robbery. When you think about it, it goes hand in hand.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like shoes and laces, but That's like it's just a bad place. Like one thing we had a bunch of songs we had a song, you know, a bunch of songs that was like hits that talked about this. But one thing that was real popular in Memphis was to lock people in the trunk and, you know, take them out. So you catch somebody at the grocery store and they put their
some random nigga or just
like robbing people. So like somebody putting their groceries in the trunk, you walk up, you know, throw them in the trunk, slam the trunk, and just take them where you want to take them. Do what you gotta do.
You seen this shit happen?
I never seen it myself.
Niggas was trunk riding?
Yeah, it was like it's a big hit song. We called "Lock 'Em in the Trunk." We redid it. Like
Yo, man, you like that shit, right? Yo, and then your mom's
it's probably one of the reasons why they stopped making their little trunk release in the car. For real.
Yeah, and then your mom's taught you at an early age. Don't trust no place that assassinated Martin Luther King.
Yeah. My mama always, she's like, man, don't never trust a motherfucking place that killed Martin Luther King. If you kill Martin Luther King, you'll do anything.
I mean, she's kind of right, man. She's kind of right. So, you know, what's fascinating, man, is like, you know, you and Lord Infamous, right? Y'all start with serial killers, right?
Yeah.
Y'all in high school.
Yeah.
Right? And y'all putting out your mixtapes, and y'all are taking old tracks from like New York and other places, and then y'all are putting your songs in, right?
Yeah, not when we made Serial Killers. That was before that.
Okay.
Serial Killers was all my own.
Okay, so let's go before that, man. You selling mixtapes.
Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah.
And by what grade?
I started in 10th grade.
10th
started
grade.
in 10th grade, man.
And then at a certain point, you had over 50, 60, 70,000
yeah,
dollars in
I probably
mixtape
got
money?
up to maybe like 100 or something. By the time I was in like I did the 11th grade twice.
Right.
But yeah, by the time I was in 11th grade, I was sitting on about 100.
Paul, like, what does it feel like to be in high school, selling mixtapes and sitting on 100K?
It feels like pussy because you get a lot of it.
Well, you, at that age, like at that age, did you realize that this was not normal?
You know what? I didn't really realize it because it was like there was a bunch of rappers in Memphis. Not a bunch. There was a few of us that was selling a lot of mixtapes, making money. You know, it was me. Then it was Juicy, because me and Juicy wasn't together the whole time. We met, you know, a couple of years later or whatever. It was me, it was Juicy J, and it was another guy. There was a few guys, maybe 4 or 5 guys. One of them actually just died a couple of years ago, driving from Vegas to LA with his wife. They were celebrating their anniversary, and he fell asleep at a wheel and killed himself. Right. But he was like one of the pioneers of the mixtape DJs. Rest in peace, Sonny D. Yeah, so it was a few. It was, you know, 5 or 6 of us in Memphis that was putting out mixtapes that was making money. You know, we were selling them at the stereo stores for $4 a piece, and we were selling, you know, boxes and boxes and boxes of tapes, and then I sold them at school as well.
What made your mixtapes different, or what made them so that people?
Because we had a lot of bass. Like I created my own bass. I made a bass when I was a kid, and that bass I still use it today. That bass was so deep. So what happened was we would sell them at the stereo stores, and they would use our tapes as examples to sell kickboxes and speakers. So when they put them in and let people hear them, people were like, damn, these speakers sound good. Like, what is this music? Give me that too as well. Give me both of those.
Oh, that's smart, man.
And that's how it blew us. That's how it blew us up.
What are you doing with that money at 15, 16, 17 years old? What are you doing with that money, man?
We was getting high a lot. Well, we didn't get high with all the money. I had a little house. I started renting a little house from my dad. All of us.
Your dad was your landlord?
Yeah, my dad was my landlord.
What do you think about all this money you making at the time?
Yeah, he was loving it.
Yeah.
You know, he was loving it. I told you, he didn't agree with the rap and all that, but he was loving it. He was happy that I was making something. You know, and when I bought my first big house, bought a house, you know, he was excited as hell.
That's crazy. How old were you when you first bought your house, man?
I was maybe 21.
God damn.
21.
God damn, King.
I'm just trying to envision all of this shit.
Like, we are fucking up here.
21.
We are fucking, you know, and that's
Man, just about houses next door to each other.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
$125,000. It really ain't that much money.
Now, what was the local Memphis scene like, the rap scene? Did y'all have like cats that was doing it, or did you know?
Yeah, we had the only people that was like big doing it was A-Ball and MJG. A-Ball and MJG. Everybody else was, you know, was just all this underground guys. But A-Ball and MJG was like the big ones.
And I read somewhere that, you know, these other cats that was making music, they were like, yo, you gotta sound like New York. You gotta sound like Cali. You gotta sound like, and you had the wisdom to be like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, we're
gonna sound the way we sound. We're gonna sound creepy. We're gonna sound dark. We're gonna sound bugged out.
Yeah.
Like, how'd you know that this would work, man?
I didn't really know it would work. I just liked it. Like, everybody else was putting all these instruments in their songs and all these keyboards, and they're trying to, you know, make it sound all pop. Because everybody was going for a radio song. You know, back in the day, that's what you went for, a radio song. But we did, and I was like, nah, I want to keep making the music like we making it because I loved our music. That's the one thing about me, I'm my biggest fan. You know, so I do it for me first. And then, you know, everybody else just happen to love it.
Yo, how fucked up is it that you really never tried to make radio hits, but you got so many radio hits?
Yeah.
Like, you got so many radio hits. Like, you know
yeah, but when you think about it, we do. But when you think about it, we don't.
Right.
We do, but we don't.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
Like,
sipping on some scissor. They played the fuck out of that shit in New York.
Yeah, they
you know what I'm saying?
They played it everywhere. But when you think about it,
Stay Fly, they played that shit. I mean, that shit was one of the biggest fucking ringtones.
Yeah, they did. They did, but we still like the Stay Fly album. If you notice, that album was called The Most Known Unknowns. Because we had songs on the radio, Sipping on Scissor and all that, but people still didn't really know who 3 6 Mafia was. Right. You know, it was weird.
Right.
Like, even still today, there's some people that don't.
I mean, but tear the club up, like, broke doors open for y'all. Like, that's when New York niggas was like, who's these niggas? Like, it's a whole different sound. And to be, you know, like I said earlier, like, New York was so close-minded, but we played them records on the radio. We played them shits.
And they fit, too.
Yeah.
They fit in the rotation.
Yeah, they did. It was dope. I remember a long time ago, I got a phone call. We had an office phone. It was in my bedroom in my mama's house. We had the office phone. I wasn't living with my mama's house at that time, but we still had the studio over there. And
you want some of this fine Tito's, sir?
You can pull a bit of that.
Yes, sir. Just say when. Tito's, sponsor of the Combat Jack Show.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
And Tito's a good shit. That's the best vodka. But really, I've been drinking that for a long time.
This shit is amazing. Can you want some?
A little bit.
But
Chris, you want some?
I'll take some.
Yes, sir.
A long time ago, when we first came out with our first album, Mystic Styles, this dude left a message on our office phone. He was from New York. He was like, "Man, y'all niggas whack beat. DJ Paul's a faggot. Juicy J's a homo." He was talking about, and I was like, "Damn it, New York don't like us."
So you didn't know y'all was popping here, right?
I think that was before we was popping. We talking about 95.
Right.
So that was, y'all wasn't really fucking with South like that.
No. Like
Yeah.
Do you remember your first New York show?
No, I don't. But I tell you who was the first person that was showing us love in New York. That was Funk Master Flex. Funk Master Flex. I think we might have had a song or two on one of them records that he was putting out back in the day. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we did. I don't remember the name of it, but we did. And he was one of the first persons who let us come up here and let us come on his show and stuff like that.
Who else gave you love from New York, man?
K. Slay is my brother.
Wow.
I love K. Slay.
Wow.
And my guy, what's the Spanish guy from back in the day? Damn, I'm kill myself and not remember his name. He used to have a Hummer, a white Hummer. You know what I'm talking about? He was a real popular DJ. And he would put out big records back in the day.
Not Camelo, not
He was Spanish.
Not
Enough.
Cypher Sounds Not Enough.
We talking about back in the. He had a show on MTV, I think. We talking about back in the Funk Master Flex days, back then.
What a show on there? Look it up.
You know what I'm talking about.
Definitely look it up.
He was a Spanish dude. He was real popular. Y'all know who he is. And,
Tony Toca?
No.
Tony Touch?
No. He had a show on MTV. He probably DJ'd something on MTV.
Okay.
You know, you gonna trip.
Scribble. Yeah, DJ Scribble.
DJ Scribbles. Shout out to DJ Scribbles. DJ Scribbles showed us a lot of love. He used to get songs from us for his compilations back then.
Yeah.
Now, what artists gave you love? Like artists that you looked up to and you're like, oh, these motherfuckers gave us love.
Back then and everything. As far as big artists, damn it. Noriega.
Yes.
What's up, Nori?
Drink Champs.
What's up, Nori?
Drink Champs?
Noriega brought us up here one time.
Really?
And, we did a song in the studio. He did a feature for us on Project Pat's first album. And I would never forget. This was, we talking about 98. 98.
So he was Nori on the Run eating.
Yeah, that was the first album. Yeah.
98, and it was about 50 dudes in the studio. And it was more cases of beer than a Walmart.
Drink champs before drink champs.
That sounds like Nori.
Drink champs before drink
champs. Yeah.
I would never forget that. Man, Nori must have, all of us, but we must have knocked back so many goddamn beers that night and made a killer song. You couldn't even tell he was drunk.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He rocked the shit out of that motherfucker.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What? Now, before the music thing kicked off, you used to sell weed too.
Yeah, we sold weed. I sold weed in 5th grade.
And your biggest customer was your girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
Your real girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she played you, right? Teresa, like she.
Yeah, she never gave me no pussy.
She never. How long were y'all going out, my nigga? Were you getting pussy at the time? You sitting on 100K in high school?
No, when I wasn't in high school then. I was selling weed in the 5th grade.
Come on, man.
5th to 7th grade.
How, Paul? How you selling weed in the 5th grade?
Because my brother, who I told you about, who sent me the money from the feds.
Right.
Back in those days, cocaine was the thing. People would give him weed, and he didn't give a fuck about weed.
Right.
He would just give us the weed, like, fuck this weed. You know, we're talking about the 80s. Cocaine was the thing. Weed wasn't like it is now, back then.
It was not now. It was not.
No.
Especially not in the black neighborhoods, man.
No, they didn't give a fuck about weed.
That shit was dusty and musty.
Yeah,
and the little manila envelopes. Fuck the plastic bags. Them niggas used to come in the little envelopes, right?
So the weed was a novelty. Like,
yeah, it was bullshit. So he would just give us the weed, just like, yeah, you take this bullshit. He was making money off coke. Tons of money off coke. Riding around in the old school limo with the heart-shaped jacuzzi in the back. You remember that?
Oh, he was killing it.
He was killing it.
Oh, man.
He was killing it. He went to the feds, you know. And,
so you selling weed? Let me ask you something, man. Like was it?
We were selling joints though. We wasn't like selling bags of weed. It wasn't like that.
Was it your brother?
They didn't have.
Was it your family? Where did you learn to be such a great businessman?
My dad.
Your dad. What'd your dad do?
My dad owned a pest control company, and he bought houses and rented them out on the side. And I do that now myself. Right, yeah. So I learned that from my dad.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So how much money were you making in the 5th grade?
I was making a lot, you know. I was making enough to stay fresh. So you know, I'm buying Adidas jogging suits, of course. You know, Troops, shit like that. You know, Troops was my shit. Yeah. You know, but that was more to 7th grade. But yeah, I was buying just clothes with it, and I bought. I'll tell you one other thing. I bought Run DMC Raising Hell tape. I bought that tape, that fucking tape. Yeah. And I bought Children's Stories by Slick Rick. Yeah.
What? Yo, how'd you meet Juicy?
I met him through a friend of mine, a guy who I was producing on the side, named Homicide. What's up, Homicide?
What's up, Homicide?
And Homicide introduced me to Juicy.
What'd you think of Juicy when you first met him?
I thought he was hard as hell.
Right.
You know, I was like, damn, this dude hard as fuck. You know, he was making beats too, and I was like, damn, this dude hard. And then we ended up starting making beats together. You know, he would come to my house and, ask me to play some keys or something for him, because I took those lessons, those organ lessons or whatever, And we started making beats together, and then the rest is history.
Yo, hold up. Let me interrupt, man. I fucked up, man. I didn't even talk about how you just dropped a new album, Underground Volume 17.
Oh yeah, Underground Volume. I thought we were gonna say that for the end.
No, we gonna push this shit all through. Yeah. But how the fuck you let me start this episode, King?
First of
all,
now
remind me that DJ Paul has a new album out.
Yeah, this is a 1.5, sometimes 2-3 hour show, depending on who to get. This might be a 4-hour show. We have several times to plug the album. But it's in stores, all digital platforms.
Right now. Don't get it from a barbershop. Go to like iTunes, Google Play, something like that, man, and get it. Just obviously it's on Spotify if you want to stream it.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. DJ Paul Underground Volume 17.
How does it feel to go from like that era of CDs, tapes, hand to hand, to this digital world now that we're in, this digital space?
I like the old school, man.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, God, man, thank God I'm still here to see all of that.
Isn't it easier right now, though?
Yeah, it is, but I mean,
you can monitor it better.
It's like the money's worse because the money's terrible.
Yes.
Streaming is the worst thing ever made for a musician.
Right.
And
a businessman that owns it, publishing in the whole nine.
Yeah. I don't like the streaming, but whatever. So it's easier, but like a lot of times when things are easier, it fucks it up. Like you want stuff to be harder. Like you got muscles and shit. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here wish they had muscles. But this shit ain't easy to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what stand you out from under.
You have to carry crates and the whole nine.
Yeah, you gotta work out. You gotta do some shit. A lot of motherfuckers don't want to do that. So when stuff is easy, it makes it get saturated too fast.
Yeah. Now, is it true that initially you were just gonna be happy throughout your entire life being a DJ? You didn't want to produce. You didn't want to rap initially.
I wanted to produce, but I didn't want to be a rapper.
Right.
I don't want to be a rapper. Like, still today, I hate rapping.
Really?
I don't like writing raps.
Why?
It takes up too much time. I like to just go in there. Like, when I have to sit down and write a rap, I be like, oh! But, like, to just make a beat and write a hook for somebody else, I can do those all day. I can sit over there at that desk right now and turn out 10 beats in an hour for you real fast. But if I got to sit down and write the rap to it, I'm like, ah.
But think about it. You sitting down, writing these raps, it's torture, right? But then when you make a hit record and your voice is on it and you standing on that stage and you performing with your niggas, isn't that the best feeling in the world?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, but at the same time,
like, nope.
If I could just make that beat and stand behind the tables while my brother Lord Infamous or somebody else was out there rocking the stage, I would be way finer with that. Because I grew up a real private person.
Right.
And
Are you still a private person, man?
Yeah, super private. And I just like to, chill. Like, just how private I am. I don't have parties at my actual house. We got another house just for the party.
That's very smart, young man.
And it's a huge mansion, and we got that just for the party.
That's very smart.
And when I leave there, I go to my house, and it's nobody there. Me and my family, but it's not like that. Obviously, my main folks, I have some folks come through there, here and there, but like the parties don't be at my house.
Nah, fuck that, man. Yo, tell us about Club 380 Bill.
Club 380 Bill, that was the shit, man. That's where it all started for Memphis, period, pretty much,
What was it? It was a club, right?
It was a club. Okay. It was a crazy-ass club, man. I've seen a lot of people die at that club.
God damn. Like getting shot, knocked out?
Getting shot. I'll never forget the first one I saw was, we had just got through DJing, and me and Lord Infamous Crunchy Black, we was in the lobby, and this big old fight broke out with like 20 dudes or something, and then I just heard, pow, pow, pow. And it was a 22, so it didn't really sound like shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And then everybody ran, and everything was done, so we started shutting down, pulling the cords, and packing up the turntables. I probably was like 18 or something like that. Right. 17, 18 or something. I probably was like, probably about 17. Because it was right after high school. And we was packing up turntables, the records and all that, and we thought everything was done. All the niggas had ran out. I went to go in the bathroom, take a piss, and there was a dude up under the sink.
Oh, shit.
You discovered him?
Yeah, up under the sink. He had a white shirt on, and the bullet head went in his side and hit him in the heart. He was like, oh, shit. And I was like, fuck, man, Lord. I was like, hey! I was like, it's a nigga here dying, man. It's a nigga here dying. I'm
not even laughing at that shit, but...
I wasn't laughing. I was like, hey, this fucked out like somebody had died, man. Somebody had died. And, the paramedics and all that came, and he died. It was on the news and everything.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. One of the things y'all have a reputation for is like, and y'all rap about it, is like, y'all are one of the first rap entities or rap cliques that really rapped openly about drug use. Yeah. Most cats always talked about selling drugs, but y'all talked about using drugs. Who gave y'all the audacity to do that shit?
Yeah, we just. I mean, you know what? To be honest with you, it's probably just because that was the easiest thing for me to write about. Right. Like I told you, I hate writing raps. Right. So I would just write about
shit that you love.
Shit that I was actually doing.
Right.
It's easier to do that. So me and Pimp C had this story. When we was down there doing 706, I was at his house and we was in the room and he was like, man, one thing about y'all, man, y'all rap about, man, them drugs doing that blow. He like, man, there's a lot of rappers out here be getting high, but them niggas won't talk about that shit. He said that. We was talking about, he named some names, I'm not going to say no names.
Why do you think rappers don't want to talk? I mean, now the game has changed. Everybody's talking about drugs, but...
Yeah, but they still don't talk about cocaine.
What was the stigma with cocaine? What is? I mean, and I mean, listen. Let me.
Yeah,
the past 3 episodes.
He try to get y'all to enable him.
No. The past 3 episodes, I've been talking a lot about cocaine, but I've always talked about cocaine on the Combat Jack Show. Listen, internet.
Shout out to Sadat X.
I'm not pushing that cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Combat that, so hopefully you
Dallas?
won't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like you've said it yourself, coke is greater than weed.
Well, I put it like this. I'm not gonna say it's greater than weed, but I put it like this.
Better than.
Like coke is a drug, and please, people out there, don't do coke because
Don't
coke
do
is
coke.
fucked up. Don't do coke.
Yeah, especially if you don't know how to
But
manage that shit.
Tell us.
This is my.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is my my thing
Your
about
PSA.
About coke
Yeah.
versus weed. It's like, if you out partying and you have your good night on coke, you might won't touch coke for another year.
You're not touching
2
coke at
years,
least
3 years,
another
month, whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while.
Let's keep it real, like another
If you
2
in a
weeks.
bathroom,
Another 2 weeks.
2 weeks. If you're in a bathroom getting high with some hot white chicks or something, and you getting high, you probably not gonna do coke again until you back in that bathroom with them hot chicks.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
Exactly.
It ain't nothing
You
that
space
don't,
that shit out.
Like when weed niggas said wake and bake, you're not gonna wake and snort. You can't do it. Because you're gonna wake up with a headache,
Yeah.
your nose gonna be stopped up, you're gonna be like, man, fuck this, I'm never doing coke again in my life. And then as soon as some titties come out and somebody wants you to take a bump out of them titties, you're gonna do the coke. But yeah, coke is fucked up. It's fucked up, but it's just like, you know, these days, there's people more addicted to weed than anything in the world.
That's crazy, man. So, you know, y'all are doing your thing. Y'all are selling records. Y'all are doing like y'all are killing the South, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Tear the Club Up comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that opens up the door. How's that change your life?
Man, that mega changed it because the Teddy Club of '97, which was the one that went nationwide through the record label, they put in our contract that we had to put that song in on the album. And a song we had called Late Night Tip, and another song we had. But when that song came out, back then, that's when everybody was watching the box, jukebox. You remember that?
Yes,
You
sir.
had to pay that money and rent the
I
videos.
used to pay that money.
Man, they would play that video over and over and over and over again. I was like, dude, they got any other videos to play? Like,
Wow. You're like, why do you keep playing that shit? I want to see something else.
I'm sick of looking at these niggas, man. But, they would play that shit over and over again, and it just fucking, then it hit BET, and the album would go like 5-6 months.
That's crazy.
We was on Billboard. I still got it framed at the house. And,
That's crazy.
I was like, damn, I was like, we on to something. I bet a nigga $100 that we wasn't going to go gold.
Really? You bet against yourself.
I bet against myself.
Wow.
Because I didn't think that we would. You know, it's a hard thing to do.
Right. And it was a different sound.
Yeah, it's a different sound.
Like, did you realize then, man, that y'all were really like the architects of crunk music at the time?
Yes and no. Yes, I did, but you know, like back then I was like everybody, you know, these days I always want to be the, you know, get the name for being responsible for this, and I'm the king of this, and I'm the king of that, and blah, 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 whatever. But me at the time, I was just, you know, just making the music, and then I was just like, you know, we got some dope shit here. I didn't really even think about what it was. You know, I knew it was different.
Right.
But I didn't really think about what it was to, you know, how different it was.
Do you think about it now, man, when you look at the landscape of hip-hop?
Yeah, I think about that.
Yeah, I mean, is it amazing, man, that you got 1,000,001 children out here?
Yeah, like we was before our time.
Right.
You know, everybody always said it is like, man, y'all was clearly before y'all time. You know, because everybody out here remaking all this stuff now. You know, a lot of guys remaking all our old songs and resampling all that stuff. You know, I'm clearing a couple of samples a week with that stuff.
That's great. So now you got a whole other stream of income. Doesn't that feel great, man?
A$AP Ferg got a hot one now right now, the Plain Jane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Lil Jon got a hot one now with an EDM song that sampled that song we had called Hit a Motherfucker. You know, like you think it was the end of the world when that song come on. Like I posted on Instagram of that, man. It was 1,000,000 motherfuckers overseas somewhere at a festival, man, throwing fire in the air, waving flags. They went crazy. That mother said, I bet you won't push them out. They went crazy.
Yeah, is it true?
20 years later, all that shit fucking still rocking clubs like nuts.
Is it true, though, that you were one of the first cats coming from the rap game that really jumped into the EDM game?
Yeah.
Early.
we had the first EDM rap song. You
Really?
know, before Party Rock and all that stuff, we had a song with DJ Tiesto. DJ Tiesto in like 2008. You know, it went gold and all that. We went way more than that eventually. But it went gold, and I was making dubstep beats in 2007.
You was into that dubstep shit. I could never understand that shit, man.
No, so yeah, I got some hot dubstep songs out right now that's gonna come out. I got a couple of them. I wrote some singles for some big dubstep DJs. I wrote a single for the biggest dubstep DJ, a dude named That Sick. He a close homie of mine. We did a tour together and everything. I wrote this single for his album. So yeah, I like doing that. I like writing EDM shit because I'm a big EDM fan.
And then you go out there, man. Like you do these rap stadiums. You do these stadiums, and then you go and you do an EDM stadium.
Yeah.
Like talk about the rush, man, because the crowd is a whole different.
Yeah, man. With the
level of
EDM, man, it's crazy. The energy is just so much. It's so much wilder. So like,
is it more positive?
Yeah, way more positive, man. It's just young kids just having fun. Like, ain't nobody. I've been doing an EDM concert, and I've seen somebody, you know, make a mistake and knock somebody down in the mosh pit or hit somebody and knock them out, pick them up, rub them on their head, and go right back at it.
Give a kiss on the forehead and be like, we good?
Yeah, go right back at it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see it in no rap show. Somebody knock your ass down a rap show, they gonna kick you.
Yeah.
You get knocked down a rap show, you get ready for the kicks, because it's coming.
Yo, you know, it's crazy, man. You talk about Memphis and how, you know, up until a certain point, there's no unity. Is that true? Like, in terms of, like, the musicians?
Yeah.
Why is that, man?
Memphis rappers don't like each other. I don't know why.
Still?
Still. They can be in the same crew with each other, and they still won't like each other.
Will that ever change? I mean...
Probably not.
Really? I mean, I know you had some issues with Yo Gotti. And Yo Gotti's been on the show, and he's been doing amazing things. Like,
yeah, man, Gotti squashed that.
Right. Well, what was that about, though?
Actually, to be honest with you, it wasn't even never nothing with me and Gotti. It was another dude that Gotti was with back in the day that he was signed to or whatever that started that. Because me and that dude was into it. So he kind of led Gotti to, being on the side or whatever. But me and Gotti never was to the point where we was like making diss songs against each other or, you know, trying to fight each other or something like that. It was never like that. But that's the one thing I will say about Memphis rappers. Like, we would have beef with each other, but when we go outside of Memphis, anywhere else, we always help each other, protect each other, and watch each other. It's like a family. Like, you get to fight with your brother.
Sibling rivalry.
But when you outside, you know, in the club or whatever, you're not going to let nobody fight your brother, this and that.
Of course.
So, like, when me and Gotti squashed it, me and Gotti actually squashed our beef with each other in an airport in L.A. I was in the airport eating, and he walked up on me. He's like, "What's up, Paul?"
Or he had to drop on you.
Yeah, he walked up on me. He was like, "What's up, Paul?" And I was like, "What's up, man?" You know, we talked, and it was cool. We took the picture, posted on social media.
Motherfuckers went nuts.
Yeah.
Now
and I came back and, you know, did his birthday with him and all that.
You seem like a real laid back dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but you got a temper because you've had beefs.
Oh yeah, I got. Well, you know, I'm like this. You know, I'm the nicest dude in the world until you piss me off. When you piss me off, I'm one of the most evilest, craziest.
Serial killer nigga.
So study of serial killers. Well, like, other than that, man, you know, I don't do the beef shit. You know, no more. Obviously, we did.
Right.
You know.
I mean, you're older now, man. You're grown, man. But when you're young, like you keeping your knife sharp, and when you hear cats that you think is biting off you, that must drive you crazy. Yeah, that must have drove you crazy. Like
back then.
Yeah, like Bone Thugs.
Yeah,
you felt that Bone Thugs was biting y'all, right?
Yeah, we thought that, you know, because we was tongue twisting. They was tongue twisting. We was rapping, you know, 666, this and that 666, and they was too. But then once I did my research on Bone Thugs, not really Bone Thugs. When I did my research on the Midwest, I saw that everybody in the Midwest was tongue twisting. Hell, Twister is in the Guinness Book of World Records for tongue twisting. Crucial Conflict, tongue twist. You know, they're my homies. Love Crucial Conflict.
Good dudes.
Good dude. So
who's the producer of that?
Wild Style.
Yes, good dude. I used to work with them back in the day.
Yeah, they're my niggas. I just talked to them last week.
What they working on, man?
I think they're working on some new stuff.
Wild Style is mad talented, man. I don't think he really ever got his full due, man.
He never got none of what it was due to him.
Yeah.
Due to him, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just talked to him last week. But once I found all that out, and I was like, Bone wasn't copying us. They probably never heard of us at that point. I don't know, but me and Bone real cool now. We see each other all the time. We got mutual homies in LA. They live in LA, and we got mutual homies, and we hang out all the time. Lazy Bone is on my album that's out
crazy.
right now.
That's great. Who else is on the album, man? Underground Volume 17 out in stores now.
Yeah, Yellow Wolf on there. Davies on there.
How's Davies on that shit? You got a New York nigga on this record. What kind of track is it, man?
Oh man, it's killer.
Really?
Man. It's banging like a motherfucker. You're gonna fucking love it. It's like a mix of a old school New York track, what I grew up on. Old school New York track with my feel and my deep drums behind it. You're gonna fucking love it.
Yo, Paul, who have you always wanted to work with, man?
Who have I always wanted? In rap?
Yeah, rap.
Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre. And I see Dre a lot.
Yeah.
But we never...
Just say that casually.
Just casually. Yeah.
I do actually. Because it's still...
I believe it.
Yeah, because
for us, he's like
I do a lot of stuff with his artist, John Connor.
Shout out to John Connor.
Shout out to John Connor.
John Connor's on the album. John Connor been on every album I've made for the last 3 years, probably.
Didn't John Connor perform at our barbecue way back?
No, he wasn't on that.
With the one with Danny Brown.
He wasn't on that.
He wasn't there?
No.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, John
he came on our show though early.
Yeah.
So I go to the Aftermath studio a lot.
That's dope.
Dre be up in there. Dre ride around with no tint on his cars. No tint. Like you just see Dre just like, is this Dr. Dre at the red light next to me on the phone?
Really?
In a Bentley truck.
You in LA right now?
Yeah.
Has that changed you?
No, I've been in LA for a long time.
But would you ever move back to Memphis?
I did move back.
Really? How was it?
Me and Juicy moved back in 2010. We moved back for I was there for 4 months. He was there for 6 months, or vice versa, or whatever. And we left. It was dope. I love Memphis, but
they probably show you so much love right now.
Oh, hell yeah, they always show me a lot of love. But it's just it wasn't enough that we could do there. With
your business is
with
moving.
all the businesses and people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being in a big city is better for you because you could, you can work with more people like that.
You know what's crazy about y'all, man? Y'all kind of defied all types of fucking limitations, man. Like when you look at Juicy J and y'all have such. Did you ever fucking think this dude would be on some of the biggest pop records?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Why? How? Like when y'all niggas came out, I was not expecting y'all niggas to win Oscars. I was not expecting fucking Juicy J to do shit with fucking Katy Perry, like nigga.
Yeah, we didn't expect the Oscars, but the other stuff, like the pop stuff, I expected that because we started doing pop stuff, like we had the EDM song.
Yeah.
So Sony was always trying to push us to that pop world because Sony is a pop label. So they was always trying to push us to that pop world. So I knew that we would eventually. The last 3 6 Mafia album was a pop album. It never came out though.
Right.
The one that was going to come out.
Why not?
Well, probably because it was a pop album.
Right. What's going on with 3 6, man?
Man, me and Juice is still cool. We talk all the time. But as far as 3 6 Mafia or something like that, we don't know what we're gonna do with that.
I mean, it's such a legendary group, man.
Yeah.
And I understand at a certain point, y'all had over 20 motherfuckers in the collective.
In the posse, but not in the group.
Right.
The group was always just 6.
Right.
It was Crunchy Black, Coops Nigga, Rest in Peace, Coops Nigga, Rest in Peace, Lord Infamous, Gangsta Boo, me and Juicy.
What's going on with Country Black, man?
Country Black doing good, man. He doing real good. He up in Chicago right now doing his thing. I'm actually finna produce a song for Country Black, just on love that I got for him.
When I first heard the name Crunchy Black, I was like,
this is a candy bar or something.
No, I was like, this is the best fucking name I've ever heard in hip hop at the time. How's a nigga call himself Crunchy Black?
I don't know how he came up with that. Country Black nigga. He the most styling, cleanest nigga in the world. You'd never know it. The Crunchy man, he dressed clean. He gotta have his clothes ironed. He walk around the house and just smoke weed and dust, vacuum and clean up all the time. He the cleanest dude ever.
Yo, what's up with Pat, man?
Pat, you know, Pat is Juice's big brother.
I didn't know that.
That's his actual real big
What's
brother.
up with Pat? I always loved Pat, man.
Pat good.
Yeah.
I talked to Pat not too long ago. Pat good. You know, he out doing his thing. You know, he would Juice all the time, most of the time, whatever.
You know, one of the fascinating things I found out about you recently is we talked about a lot of your influences, be it, you know, your family and horror movies. I didn't know George Clooney was a big influence on you, man. The actor, George Clooney.
I love George Clooney.
Why and how?
Man, I started really loving George Clooney off the movie Dust to Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why I got all these fucking tattoos all over my
Because
body.
it's George's fault.
It's George's fault.
Right.
Watching him with
did he
all
inspire you
the
to get your
tattoos.
first tat? Or?
Yeah, my first tattoos.
Which is the joint on your neck, right?
The one on my neck and this travel on my hand.
Right.
That was my first two tattoos. I got both of them at the same night. We had a dude that if I took him, you know, cocaine, he would give us 3 tattoos for an 8-ball.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, that's a whole nother story.
And then you got to meet George Clooney.
Yeah, I got to meet George Clooney at the Oscar lunch.
Yeah. How was that, man? Like, how
That was the
that?
best.
How was that, man? Like, y'all some niggas from Memphis, and now y'all dining with all these quote unquote fine, genteel white people, and y'all niggas, and they told y'all, like, no, don't wear no tux, like, wear some the street shit that y'all.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought they wanted us to wear tuxedos and shit like that. They was like, nah, I want you to wear your regular street clothes. I was like, what? I was like, nice. So we changed clothes. So on the red carpet, we wore our money suits.
Nice.
And then
nice.
When we got
I'm glad y'all did that, man.
Yeah, when we got in, we cleaned up. And then when we got in there, we threw street clothes on, took a shot of vodka, and went crazy.
Y'all didn't think y'all was going to win.
No, hell no.
When
I thought Dolly Parton was going to win.
You was up against Dolly Parton, man.
I thought her or Bird York was going to win.
And then you hear your name.
Yeah.
You hear 3-6 Mafia, Hustle and Flow.
Yeah.
Hard Out Here for Pin. Like, what do y'all niggas do, man? What goes on through your mind? You cry? You think you flash back to your mama and your daddy? Like, what goes through your fucking mind,
Actually, I didn't cry, but I was fucking excited. I was like, what the fuck? You know, we started jumping all over the place, going crazy, this and that. And then my phone started blowing up. And I got on the phone. Once we got the award and all that, I got on the elevator to go to the governor's club governor's ball that they have. And my mama was calling me like crazy. I asked the phone my mom.
What's your mom saying to you, man?
She was just, you know, excited as fuck. She couldn't believe it. And then I was on the elevator with John Travolta.
Really?
And I was like, Mama, guess who I'm standing next to? John Travolta. He said, what's up to my mom?
Yo, too bad they didn't have Instagram back then.
Yeah, exactly. She loved John Travolta from Greece and
Yes.
all that. So I was like, Mama, John Travolta. He said, what's up to blah, blah, whatever. But it was amazing. It was an amazing night, man.
Now, did you feel like these people, man, particularly these top Hollywood actors, do you feel that it was really vibing with y'all? Or were y'all kind of like a novelty to them? Like, oh, these some rappers, we're going to hang out with them, but, you know, they just rappers, they're not actors. Though. Did you feel like a lot of cats were genuine or some of them was fake, man?
It was a lot of people. It was a lot of people was hating that I was noticing that was hating on us. That was you know actors because they was like you know how did they.
And I'm not gonna ask you to say no names, but known actors that you knew.
Yeah, there was some actors that was hating on us because they was like, how did is this my phone? Phone is this? Oh, that ain't my phone.
No.
It's one of y'all phones.
That's Beast's phone.
Oh, bitch! I'm like, dude, because I'm just somebody was just calling you from Chicago or something. There go my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was some guys. It was not guys, but it was some people that I noticed. You know, there was actors that was like kind of hating on us because it was like, how did we get an Oscar before? Damn, I was thinking.
Right.
That's what it was. But you know, the crazy part about
it, game is a game.
Game is a game.
The crazy part about when we got the Oscar is the white folks was happy for us more than the black people was.
But I get it though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, say at the time, like I loved Hustle and Flow, right? That was a ghetto ass movie, right? And the whole concept, like you know, saying Terrence Howard did this thing, Taraji did this thing, which is crazy because I think Empire is part 2 of fucking Hustle and Flow. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some ghetto shit. You know what I'm saying? And you've had over the years, you know, mad records on soundtracks and the whole 9 that weren't even nominated. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all motherfuckers win, and it's like, yo, are they? You know, a lot of, and I'm not saying me, but a lot of cats is like, are they celebrating our ratchet shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that.
What they were saying.
And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. No, I'm about to say the same thing, but just with a different little twist to it. Basically, what they were saying was, they was saying that we was trying to make it seem like all black people were pimps.
Yes.
You know, black people pimps. I was like, no, they're not. I was like, I just wrote a fucking song to a movie. That's all it did. But you know, the crazy part about it is, like, our spins went up at the white radio stations, but they went down in some of the black radio stations.
That's crazy, man.
That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
That's crazy. How'd that change your life, man? That fucking Oscar.
It changed it major.
Don't you get tired of niggas saying how the Grammy? Like, young niggas want an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like,
I wish I did win a Grammy, man. I need one of those.
Yeah.
Never won a Grammy.
I mean, full circle. It's due time, man.
Yeah. Maybe one day we get one.
I heard you making a movie, man.
No.
You're not making movies no more?
No.
Wasn't you trying to make a horror movie, man?
Oh, yeah, the horror movie. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna wait on that. I got a lot of other things I gotta do first. So.
What you working on, man?
Outside of the album, I just signed some new artists. I signed a guy named Weirdo King. Shout out to Weirdo King. I signed he from Memphis. He hard as fuck.
That's a good name.
He on my new album and mixtape a lot.
Okay.
And then I signed my nephews. They call it Seed of Six.
Okay.
Which is dope. Man.
Love that 6, huh?
Yeah, one of them is, they made the name up themselves actually. But one of them is the late Lord Infamous son, and he sounded exactly like him.
Wow. That's crazy.
Sound and look just like him.
That's crazy.
And the other one is my other nephew, and they dope as hell. They on the album, you know. So now, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm producing for them, and then me and Riff Raff got an album together.
Riff Raff. How's Riff Raff, man?
Riff Raff,
I fuck with Riff Raff, man. Where's Riff Raff from?
Texas.
I fuck with Riff Raff, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fuck with Riff Raff, King?
Who you talking about? The wrestler dude?
No, the white dude.
Riff
Yeah,
Raff.
he was trying to wrestle.
Was he trying to wrestle?
Did he?
No, I don't know. But
Yeah,
was
he
he?
was trying to wrestle. Yeah, and he got jacked up. Started using more creatine allegedly. But no, I wasn't a Riff Raff fan.
You know, listen,
me personally, I'm just
listen.
but I would love to hear what comes out of.
What was it about Riff Raff that attracts you to his music and his persona, man?
His energy, probably.
Because Riff Raff is a cool dude, and Riff Raff like us. Right. You know, he talk about cocaine, he do stuff like, and it's not about cocaine, right. But he just like he talks about crazy shit. You know, he's also in the EDM world as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously they attracted me to him all right there alone, and he a good dude, man. Like if you ever meet him
in real life, is he the same way in real life?
Hearts.
Is he the same way in real life that he is on the camera?
Yeah,
really. Because he seemed like
cooler.
He's cooler,
even cooler, even crazy.
It's been kind of quiet for him, man. So I'm glad to hear that you're working with him, man.
Yeah, he just shit, man. That man just he tours almost every day.
Right.
He tours almost every day, and every month he might have like 1 month free out of the year or something. You know, he just got off a tour, then he go on to another one.
That's crazy.
So yeah, he working his ass off.
Yo, Paul, man, you've lived out dreams that most people can't even dream. You know what I'm saying, what's the biggest dream that you haven't accomplished yet, man?
A vacation.
You don't take vacations?
Not that much.
What's a vacation?
The last vacation I took is like going out of town when I'm not being paid to go out of town for a concert. So,
and turning off the phone and shit?
Nah, I can't do that.
So where would you go? Well, that's not a real vacation though, man, if you got the phone on.
No, you still got to have that phone on, man.
But where would you go? Where's your next vacation spot, man? And how long? Because this is how long? Is it 2 weeks? Is it a month?
No, it's not going to be that long. I'm going to probably go somewhere for about a week. I'm thinking probably Italy. Italy, because I've been all over the place.
Yeah,
I've been to. I was in Italy on tour, and I went to Florence, Italy, and ate some of the best food I ever ate in my life. So I want to go back to Italy.
Have you been to the motherland? Have you been to Africa?
I haven't been there.
No word.
I haven't been there. My boy Yellow Wolf was just there though. He called me the whole time.
How Yellow Wolf got to Africa before you, my nigga?
Yeah, but he went out there, man. He had a blast. He called me every day while he was out there. He would tell me how dope it was. Yeah. I was like, damn it, I know that's nice, man. He said it's fucking nice as fuck.
Paul, who you listening to right now, man?
I don't really listen to rap, to be honest with you. I listen to a lot of 80s.
Right.
Listen to a lot of 80s. I listen to a lot of rock.
Like who?
Some rock.
Classic rock, contemporary rock.
I listen to mostly classic rock.
Pink Floyd. You fuck with that Pink Floyd shit?
Yeah,
Pink Floyd is
Pink
dark,
Floyd.
man.
I love Pink Floyd, but like one of my favorite bands, my favorite groups of all times is Tears for Fears and Duran.
Okay, so like on the pop side.
Yeah, but I listen to hard ones too.
Right.
Like like Floyd and all that.
Right.
But just like my everyday is gonna be something like that.
Before we go, man, I do this on every episode, man. Who's your favorite top 5 of all time? MCs, in no particular order.
Rappers?
Yes, sir.
LL Cool J.
Very good. And there's no judgment. Nobody judges you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if they judge me. LL Cool J, Willie D. Eazy-E, obviously, you know, however you want to look at that or whatever, because, you know, he said, you know, Ice Cube wrote the rhymes that I say, blah, blah, but whatever. It's just, I still love Eazy because he was the one that was the man, one of the first people to, you know, to come out there and talk about shit.
He put the West Coast on the map.
Talk about shit, you know, he's talking about, you know, dope man. He's talking about shit that motherfuckers want to talk about, you know. Luke Skywalker.
Why?
Luke Skywalker, shit, man.
I mean, he's a legend. I'm not questioning. I'm just saying
legend, but he once again, he one of those dudes. Luke Skywalker's the reason why they created the explicit lyric sticker. Yeah.
I mean, he was in the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
He beat the government.
Yeah, that man was hard.
Very few people, and we have a classic episode with him. And one of the things, and this is once again, man, like it's my fascination with you brothers and sisters from the South. Like he was like, yo, when he was doing that Miami bass shit. He was totally independent. And Russell Simmons and Def Jam Tour would come down there, and LL and Run DMC and Kane would be down there. Yeah. And he's like, some of them niggas, not naming any names, was laughing at him. Like he was some country bumpkin. And he was like, yo, like, y'all know I make more than all y'all put together. You know what I'm saying? Because this is all my money. And he talked about how he begged Russell at the time, like, don't do a deal with Sony. Like, just go full independent. Like, I can't even imagine if Def Jam was independent. So yeah, Luke Skywalker.
But they probably wouldn't be where they at.
That's true. Still. And then number 5, one more.
That's a hard one because I got 2. You know, I got Chuck D and I got Rakim. So
that's a good list, man. I'm not even mad at that, man.
I 3 6 Mafia, so I do 6.
Yes, sir. Tell us where we can find your barbecue products.
My barbecue products, DJ Paul, DJPaulBBQ.com. Make sure y'all go to DJPaulBBQ.com.
Dry rub or sauce?
I got dry rubs, I got seasonings, and sauce.
You a culinary wizard, man?
I'm pretty cool.
Really? What's your favorite thing that you make, man?
I like to cook Chinese.
Yeah,
I like to cook Chinese.
Okay.
Italian. I cook a lot of Italian.
Okay.
Every day. But I cook everything.
All right.
Soul food, obviously.
What else you got? What other business you got, man?
Oh, man, you know, just make sure y'all follow me, man. We got the 36mafiamerch.com, so make sure y'all go to 36mafiamerch.com, get some of the stuff on there, and, you know, all the clothes and all that, and just make sure y'all follow me on everything, man. DJ Paul KOM, at DJ Paul KOM. That's my Twitter, that's my Instagram. I do talk back to the fans on Instagram. And
Underground, Volume 17 in stores right now.
Volume 17. Make sure y'all go.
Some of the best shit that's out right now.
The hardest shit out right now, man. Make sure you go get that, man. It's dope as a motherfucker. And before I get out of here, man, like one of my long-time bodyguards for like 15, 20 years right now, Rufus Carter is fighting cancer right now. You know, he's fighting cancer right now. So did he change it? He took out the dash. Just don't have the dash in there.
That's the same thing. Give me all day.
That's different. I'll show it to you. But go back to it. But right now he's in Texas. He's from New York.
Okay, what kind of cancer, man?
He's from New York. What kind of cancer Rufus got?
He just said cancer. It's cancer.
Yeah, it's one I can't remember. But right now he's fighting the cancer, so he got a GoFundMe right now. So make sure y'all go to GoFundMe.com/Rufus Carter. It probably ain't the dash. It's probably just showing different on your phone.
Rufus Carter.
Rufus Carter. GoFundMe.com/Rufus Carter. That's my longtime bodyguard. You know, he's fighting cancer right now. And, man, you know, just everybody pray for him, man. And that's it, man. Rufus-Carter. I'm sorry. Rufus-Carter.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.com. Rufus-Carter.
Yes, sir. Yo, it's a pleasure to sit down, man, and finally talk to you, man. I personally got to thank you, man, for, like, changing a lot of our perspectives, man. A lot of us say we do it for the culture, man, but like you influenced this culture so much, and you continue to put out great music. You're not just resting on your legacy, your history, man. You can, like, I love, like, every 2-3 years when I hear a new track, and it's just like, yo, this shit is amazing.
I just said, man, you know, as long as I got the, you know, the air in my lungs, I can get up and play this keyboard and do that. I'm gonna do it, because I got a lot of, you know, we all got a lot of artists out there we grew up on, like Prince and Michael Jackson. We wish was still around to do it.
Did you ever meet them?
No, I did not.
Damn.
I tried to get a Prince party out there at Oscar. He turned us down.
Really?
Yeah.
Prince was a motherfucker, though, man. Prince was a motherfucker.
It was hard.
He's like, these niggas are not coming in my shit.
He was like, man, these niggas ain't finna come in here and fuck these bitches in front of me. Say these bitches about me. Rest in peace, Prince, man. I love him to death, man. He's one of the best.
Yo, Paul,
probably
man.
The best.
Paul, do me a favor, man. Keep winning.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Got you. You
Yes,
too,
sir.
brother.
Thank you, man.
You too, brother.
Yes, sir.
King, what up, man? What we doing, man?
Yo, we wrapping up, man. Shout out to DJ Paul. Shout out to Memphis.
You had any questions, man?
For
Paul? Yeah, before we wrap up, man.
Nah, man. I think sometimes I did, but you know, this was like class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes these episodes, y'all don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, I know you guys experience it on the other side when you listen, but just being in the rooms with some of our icons and people that we watched and you know, evolve and flourish to this day, it's just a blessing, man. So I'm just honored to, you know, sit in the room sometimes, you know.
There you go, man. And listen, man, open invitation, man. We take here every, you know, almost every Thursday, man.
Yep.
Come, you know, Dove is
That's
the
the homie.
Like, if you just want to come in, man.
I heard you might have podcast aspirations.
What?
She been trying to get me to do that. I'm gonna see about it.
Yo, listen, you definitely should, man. You definitely should. It's a good business to be in right now, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
I've
done a few of them, and people always love them.
Yeah. Some good shit, man.
Yeah.
Internets.
Yeah.
Go and run out and get Underground Volume 17.
Yeah.
And you know what it is, man. Dream those dreams, and then man up, woman up, and live those dreams. Because the life without dreams is black and white, and the universe flows in Technicolor and surround sound.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.